Alright, alright, alright. Ooh, mic peaked a little bit there. OBS is weird. Like, I keep getting back and forth quality on the mic, and I really don't understand why the dial keeps going back and forth. I guess the only thing I can equate it to is maybe my tone of voice really just does shift throughout the day. I mean, I usually have a deeper voice in the morning compared to the evening when I guess my vocal cords further relax. But regardless, how is everyone doing today? Wee Woo here. We've got a wonderful OFCRA PvP match for you guys today. It's another Operation Just Cause. That is really freaking ironic, and I will explain in a moment. Let me go ahead and put up our prediction poll for this matchup. I'm excited to see who will win this. But I know you guys like to bet your channel points that you hard earn on this channel or farm, as I've been made aware. But regardless, let me see here. We've got Blue 4 and Op 4. I'm going to assume USA is Blue 4 and Op 4 is Panamanian, if I can spell things correctly, which doesn't normally happen. We'll go ahead and set that up for 15 minutes, and let's go ahead and... 1 second. Someone else sent me theirs. Someone just sent me another link for the multi, so if you guys want some more on-the-ground POVs, there you go. And it should be added now. We should have Ivno and Korvac on that multi. And let me go ahead and pin that back to them. Because you got to remember, I'm also doing utility stuff here. A lot of stuff in the beginning to set things up. Because, you know, I like to let everyone have a bit of fun. This is about a 100-player PvP match. And let's go over everything. So, Blue 4 is going to be playing defense today. As the U.S. forces, they just took over the prison. Now, I said this area was ironic earlier, and that is because if you have been watching my mission dev recently... you know that this is the exact same AO I am doing my Panama prison assault for Karma either this weekend or next weekend, depending on his community schedule. So that's just really, really funny that lined up. But I mean, this is a really good prison AO, so I'm not surprised. But there's no correlation between me and OFCRA there. That's purely coincidence. They usually run 2 or 3 different campaigns throughout, so we'll see how things go. But otherwise, Blue 4 going to be mainly defending, Op 4 mainly attacking here. There are 5 VIPs that need to be protected or killed off until the hour 15 mark. You got to remember, OFCRA, it's a 90-minute round. I usually divide it into 3 30-minute sections. Your first 30 minutes are your early game, your middle 30 minutes are your mid game, and your last 30 minutes are your late game, or end game even. So hour 15 literally puts us right in the middle of late game. So that is a long time to protect all those VIPs, but each of those VIPs are worth 1 point. Again, Blue 4 defending 5, I'd assume, at the prison itself, and then Op 4 trying to come in and kill them all. There's also survival opponents if you have more than 8 people alive at the end of the game. The wording specifically says more than 8, so I'm assuming it's 9 or above then. You gain 2 additional points, and then whoever has control of the military base by the end of the match gets an additional 3 points. So pretty easy mission here. You got Blue 4 coming in with QRF. I'd imagine they have a small defense group in the AO right there, and then we've got a Panamanian force right here. However, we have a second one here and 1 bridge for them to cross, but there's not a lot of spots for the Panamanians to cross into this AO, other than all the way up here in Blue 4 spawn. So I'm assuming this force is going to have to go all the way around, and then this group will either... No, following the roads, they're going to have to go off the bridge. They've got an airstrip here, so they might have some air power to work with. But they are going to have a very long journey. That's going to have to take them if they're going to follow the rivers, and they've got landlocked vehicles. They'll have to go south of that bridge. And then they can either go south, trek off that road, and then go left. Or, even better, not take that bridge and then come all the way around. And this long, massive trek around to get to that other Panamanian force. Or they can follow the right side and comb all the way around until they get to that bridge. So there's actually a lot of vital choke points that Blue 4 can capitalize on depending on what vehicles are in play here. But just to give a quick reference, there are 10 total points that either team can score, and we'll just have to see how things go. But Gondor, how you doing, broski? Do you need another custom job? Because I'm going to be honest, my sleep schedule has been completely screwed over because of Pal World. So if you need me to stay up at 2 a.m. again to Zeus for your Australian community, it's not going to be a problem anymore. Let me know, broski. I've also been doing a lot of crazy things, and I don't mind showing you some of my recent work. It's been quite fun. But regardless, let's wait and see how things are here. My mother also just sent me an image of dinner. Lucky her. I'll be making blood wing something, though, tonight. I've taken out a sirloin. I'm going to wrap the sirloin in bacon. I've got my griddle out. I'm actually going to griddle it this time just to experiment. Put a little bit of oil on it, baste it in butter to finish it, you know. Have some steamed corn on the side. And I'm thinking maybe a baked potato if I have the time. It depends on how much time is left at the end of this mission. If this mission goes all the way, I'll probably just have to mash it instead. Add a nice little garlic butter to it. But I think it'll be a nice surprise when she comes home from work in, I think, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, either way. Nonetheless, we're just waiting to see how this mission goes. Again, it's going to be about 100 players. Let me go ahead and tab out. But it was fun. I made her breakfast and lunch for... Oh, hi. When did you get here? Did you hear what I said I was going to make you for dinner? Oh, good. Thank God. That's still a surprise then. Hi. That's ironic. I thought you weren't coming home for another, like, 2 hours.
Well, I have my session at 4.
Right. Okay.
So,
I'm streaming, so have fun, okay? All right. I'll, when this wraps up, I'll start on your dinner, okay? I love you, too. I'm so lucky she has shitty hearing. She almost heard what I made her for dinner, or what I'm going to... Well, I mean, it's in the freaking kitchen defrosting, but I'm sure we'll be fine. But no, I guess she just got home, so that's funny. These days, she goes into the office on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so, you know, I'm a free man. But no, I'm going to be honest, I was up till like 7 o'clock last night. I guess technically earlier today. I finished up a mission, which we're going to see on Friday, actually. I completely took this area, and I completely redid it. The spawn point, I think, is down here, and then there's a custom underground, quote-unquote, part that I'm really, really excited for. But it's for a buddy of mine. It's her birthday, and I want to, you know, help celebrate it as best I can. And then this weekend, I am going to still shoot for having that Pog pay for pain. 1 minute before we start. Excellent. But after I finish that, I worked on it yesterday, worked on it today, was talking to a buddy of mine who, you know, Valkyrie Neko Dragon, someone that I occasionally off-source some stuff for. She sent me 2 mission files she's been working on over the past few weeks. And I might give her an offer to come and start Zeusing for my community on an offset along with Mac Marine, because I know Charlotte got super busy. I know Devourer King doesn't mind doing it, but his offs, no offense to him, are hit or miss. I love him to death, but they're hit or miss, and my community has very, unfortunately, high standards. But I've got the other gate op. I got a schedule for everything. Dwarves, why have you summoned the Puerto Rican? Oh, right. I know what you mean. Yeah, because of the insults and whatnot, which I will try to tie in for the next Karma Cut mission, which is going to be this Saturday evening. But we'll see how things go. But nonetheless, we'll be starting the mission soon. But yeah, no. Why I was up till 7 a.m.? 2 words. Or I guess 1. Pal World. I literally just played Pal World all morning with Valkyrie / Neko Dragon. It was very, very fun. And there goes my ears. But nah, I haven't chilled with them in a while, so you know, it was good times. I didn't stream it because I just wanted to have fun, but regardless, let's go ahead and start this PvP match. So, looking over at OFCRA here, they are indeed spawning in 2 separate spawn points, so some of the Panamanians here, we've got infantry focus with some 8K weaponry and some FNFALs. We see some super bazookas on the back, SVDs, and they're speaking some sort of language. Could someone tell me what language that is? I'd be curious to understand what Marcus was saying, but it looks like they have a mortar. And they've got some resupply going. I'm going to write that timestamp down real quick because, again, I really would like to know what Marcus the Martian was saying, if anyone can speak that. Otherwise, we've got multiple BTRs, UAZ, an SPG-9, UAZ with a Dishka, and then a transport truck. The BTR is going to be really important. Oh, ho, 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 ho. All right, that is a BMP-1 with an ATGM launcher, and we've got an MTLB with a KPVT. I think the MP... Yeah, all of 4 of those vehicles are amphibious, but that is a platoon's worth of stuff, and then some additional transport UAZs. Looks like 5 total. The UAZs to drive are going to have to, you know, utilize the bridges, but those BTRs can just go. And that's pretty funny. All right, what do we got for the south here? I'm looking for, like, any sort of aircraft or planes. What do we got? I don't think we have any of that. We have another MTLB with a KPVT on top. Another BMP-1 with the missile launcher. Excuse me, that's a BMD-1. It's the BDV amphibious one. And then we have another BTR. I think it's a 70. Definitely not a 60, and I don't think it's modernized enough to be an 80. But, all right, so this appears to just be a bit of a smaller subgroup. And again, I'm not seeing any air support. Looking over at the prison guard here, we've got a few squads of infantry set up. We see a crew already set up, and then we got a squad. These are going to be Panamanian forces, more than likely Marine-based kits, based off what I'm seeing. So M16s, AT4s, and I'm seeing a lack of any scoped weaponry here compared to the marksman that we saw on OP4. But we see 2 Blue Force squads. We have a tow launcher set up on the rooftop. We got a 50 cal set up as well. Damn. All right. We got multiple fortifications built up on the top, including multiple 50 cals. That is very nice to see. And then we've got the towers completely fenced off. And then we've got, looks like openable doors with additional 50 cals in the towers themselves. That is quite nice. I'm trying to look if there's anything else fancy. Looks like the outside towers don't have anything. But again, the doors are all blocked up on those towers here. And I've got vehicle crews here. I'm struggling to find where they are. It looks like they've also got some entrenched positions, which is quite nice. But where... here they are. 2 LAV-25s with autocannon and 2 up-armored M113 with 50 cals. I said 3 in the singular, as if that was the plural. But that is a very nice haul there to defend with. And then what does the rest of Blue 4 look like with their defenses here? They got air support. It appears to be an unpyloned UH-1 with 2 M240 Gulfs on the side. Actually, no, those are M60s. I mean, they're practically the same thing. They're both frickin' 7.62x51 NATO medium machine gun weapon platforms. But we have a GMG Humvee in play. We have a 50 cal Humvee in play. We have a tow Humvee in play, a second 50 cal Humvee, and then 2 AAVP amphibious vehicles.
What the fuck?
I guess one of the Marines was mad because the crayons got eaten and they didn't get a chance to get their favorite flavor. You know, it really is a shame. But yeah, let's restart the mission, right? Ha! We got additional transport Humvees, a refuel Humvee, an additional M113 on the side. I guess it can fit through that side window. Yeah, they're both the same type of exit, so they should be able to. And they got another 113 in here in case there's another squad. Anyway, looking at the AI templates, we got GLAI. We got marksmen with M14s. And otherwise, that is really it. So, should be an interesting match. Just checking for anything else. Let's go ahead and look at our groups here. So, we got Twig King leading Alpha, TK Llama, Underhand Camera, and Ilbanek, all as a possibly a command team, but we'll see as we go through the list. Oddball leading Bravo with mostly Harmless. Mostly. Killer, Sanaka, Whiteside, and Duaton. Pingus leading Alex Zorza, Kyle, Leziak, and Ukrainia, given 3 names in his damn name. Fawns and Foxtrot leading Nola, Crazy, Meerkat, Snodge, Bear Pupper, and Pierce. We all know Pierce is secretly in charge, but hey, thought that counts. Newton leading Gonzalez, Penzel, Lara, Diego, Supper, Dava, Toxic, Vincerino, and Rodrig. Flip for Flap being HQ, so Flip for Flap is the Blue 4 commander here. Amertaki under him with Jack. Gerald, Platz, Audrey Sip, Gregory, Mosquit, Montes, Settler's a very cool guy, Demas, Wojak, and Matti are all under India. And then Kilo, which I think is the helicopter crew, is Games Kropa and Riksu. Op4, just scrolling through, is being commanded by Depso, all the way in the bottom. He's got a squad under November with Wiki leading Maxic, Damien, Techno, Prioptrani, Skipu, Sigas, Marty, and O'Neill. Samuel leading Papa with Ivno, Irina, Kajonovic, Marcus, Gonzalez, and Orn. Kermit leading Quebec with Barrow, Spirit, and Artizorg. Danny Swede, Cheeseburger, Pogo, and Callie. Sam leading Tier with Alexander, Korvac, Green Thumb, Seasmo, Kiri, MacMarie, and Lolo. Rigel leading Tango with Demovar, Mr. Cool, Nubas, and Zixme. Emil leading Victor with Mr. White, Arthiak, Tongue-Tied, Delta, Rizbo, Daedalus, Manschult, Jonathan, and Rick Hunter. Whiskey being led by NASA with Shay, Swola, Shay. What? Shay, Swola, Shay. What? I'm going to try that one more time. Whiskey being led by NASA with Shay, Swola, Shay. There is 2 Shays. God, I thought I was having a freaking aneurysm. Major Khan and Arakiru, and then again, Depsu leading the group. Why are there 2 Shays? Why does my brain not work? I've discovered a glitch in my head. Shay, Swola, Shay. Wait a minute. All right. So Blue 4 is going to be setting up patrols. I have no idea where these prisoners, quote-unquote, are located. I know for mine, I put them in these little things over here because this was like the actual prison fenced-off area. But for PvP's sake, I'm not going to look too hard into them just in case there's anyone doing any silly things. I also had an interesting conversation with a few PvPers from HK because it turns out they they botted their usernames in my account so they constantly farm channel points when I stream. Personally, I don't care that that happens, but it did raise a few eyebrows because they were playing, and my people were like, what the hell? Look at this. This is an artillery bunker. So that mortar that Op4 has does have HE rounds. It's kind of weird. A glitch in the Liru matrix. Yeah, right? Shay, Swallow, Shay is my trigger phrase. Oh, God. But round has begun, but somewhere in here there's 5 VIPs, and again, I have no idea where they are, but I assume we'll find them someday. Or someday not, but it just goes to show that, I mean, if Op4 gets control of the prison, then I think it's GG, but this place is pretty well fortified, so we'll just have to see how things go. Are they in oil barrels again? I don't think they are this time, but that was pretty damn funny, wasn't it? That'd be even funnier because now it's U.S. Marines defending the oil barrels, but that's HK, and we'll see how future rounds go for it. But otherwise, how are you all doing? Again, we're going to be doing this stream. I might be on the ground in POG tonight, or I might just take it off and instead work on editing. I finally got everything together. You're going to start seeing a highlight coming out on the PvP channel every day, except for when the compilation videos come out, and these are all new highlights that are going to be shorted. Main channel is doing the same thing right now, and I'm just experimenting with a few settings to see if I can, you know, stop the freaking channel from every time I release a video, I lose like 10 to 20 subs. So at this point, I just don't care anymore. And then I've got some really cool mission file dev I've been working on. We'll be seeing the next gate op soon. I've got another interesting op that I might be on the ground for or work on Zeusing from Valkyrie. And then I gotta, I guess, start the next dev for the next gate op too, and, you know, get things sorted. You might have noticed this week compared to last week, I've definitely Zeused a lot less mission files, and I will admit I've just been kind of reworking my schedule. Just a bit of a micro change to make myself more busy with at-home life, because I'm one of those types of people where if you give me 1 or 2 things to do today, I will do one of the 2 of them, and if it's only one thing, I will barely complete it, if at all. But if you give me 5 to 12 things to do, I will complete 10 to 12 of those things. Like, however busy I am determines how much work I actually get done, because I'm just one of those types of people that thrive under pressure. So that's why you're going to start seeing all this front logging on all the channels, and I'm just trying to find a way to get all the content out there, because how YouTube wants me to upload is literally just like a single clip compilation every few days. and that's when they won't make me hemorrhage subs, but I can. Like, I physically cleared out almost a terabyte worth of space, which, by the way, I've got like 8 terabytes of footage. And I let it fill up again because I was just, you know, editing a video every other day, and, you know, I developed a pretty hefty front log on the main channel, but it's not enough. So now I'm just going to be trying to implement more stuff here. And it looks like we do have a small little footbridge right here, but there's a big amount of open area right here. And I'd imagine OFCRA probably knows about it, and there might be a few others on the river. So I'm going to go ahead and check that out. We do have a second one right here, and it looks like that's one that OFCRA is utilizing. So Blue 4 has to build a very hasty defense line right here. Otherwise, OFCRA have plenty of opportunities across these bridges, even though most of their vehicles are amphibious, but those are for probably like UAZs and whatnot. But they're going to have the perilous journey of actually driving through the forest to get here. But looks like there's only 2. I'm looking around a bit more, but I don't see... Okay, there is a third off to the left side. I was wondering, there's probably going to be a third off to the left to keep it, you know, equidistant with everything, but that is pretty tough. But yeah, I'm just one of those people that super busy. How many people have I palled in Pal World? Enough. Though I'm going to be honest, the pals are more efficient at the jobs than the humans. Though I find it funny that you can use a giant deer and make it headbutt trees in your base for wood. It's ingenious. Ah, man. Could you get pal? When I'm less busy, skits. Wait, what does that mean? Wait a minute. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I need to think before I reply to some of you, because I feel like some of you have other connotations. But basically, guys, for the past week, I've been super busy. It's going to light up this weekend, and I will be rebalancing with some of my more social activities. But I've just been really pushing myself this week just to really get ahead with things. And I'd love to stream more Pal World and other things as well, but my drives are essentially got full, so, you know. So you're saying you enjoy having a deer headbutt your wood. See? This is why I gotta think before I speak, because here comes Killing Owl with his lovely comment. It is fun to capture and sell the Syndicate players, but again, we'll have more coming, but... Alright, so OPFOR taking a big chunk of those vehicles, including the SPG-9 car. We got a transport car. That's just Depso driving off to the side. He'll probably sit somewhere in the forest to coordinate everyone. We got the MTLB car coming around probably to either amphibously cross or use the bridge. And you got a BTR and an infantry squad that have come up over here. And there's an unconscious guy.
Anybody die?
What? Where is he?
Where'd he go?
No.
Where did green thumb go?
How did you... But... Where did Green Thumb go? He appears to be in the bottom left of the map. Fascinating. OPFOR sent him straight to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, straight to debug corner. Okay, why not? But yeah, no, I literally processed between noon and 2:30 about 150 gigs of footage. And whew, I needed to free up some space, man. Because, I mean, today's recordings alone is probably going to be 40 to 50 gigs. And I just have to keep at it. But calculating everything, the new way I'm going to do the PvP channel is I'm going to bring the full videos back. And I'm just going to do the short algorithm. Whatever happens, happens, because I just don't care anymore. Because I don't like doing PvP compilation or highlight compilations for more than 2 channels. It's just a lot of work. So instead, I'll just rely on the short algorithm for that channel and see what happens. But running calculations, that channel, if I were to edit the 7 or 8 PvP videos I haven't processed yet in the highlight compilations and then add them up to the highlight compilations that are only front logged till, I want to say, March, that channel on shorts alone is going to be front logged till May. And then every time I run one of these streams, it's going to be further front logged, like 2 to 3 weeks for every video. It's ridiculous, but whatever. F it. Guys, I'm going to be dead, and then 50 years later, it's still going to be releasing PvP highlights. That's how front-logged it's going to get, but my god. Main channel, same thing with the shorts. There's a lot. That one has shorts front-logged to February 3rd, and highlight compilations front-logged to, like, late February anyway. And then the VOD channel, I just upload when I can, based off of what I've done, but yeah. Oh, that's an interesting drop-off. Why is there a drop-off? What the hell? That's devious. It's like you're driving, and all of a sudden you fall down a pit. NT, buddy, how you doing? I'm going to incorporate myself into a computer? God, no. Unless Bloodwing does the same, we get to share the computer. I don't think we'd be able to screw, though, so is that really worth it? But anyway. Looks fun? Yeah, Panama PvP on a prison area, which, funny enough, I'm going to be Zeusing for either this Saturday or next Saturday, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be the middle of the 41st millennia. God, can you imagine a group of Mechanicus coming in, opening up an old, very ancient Terran terminal, and then the first thing they hear is, "Hey everyone, Liru here, up for another PvP comment." I feel like I need to find that and edit that. Like, oh my god. Or we need to add that to the meme list in my channel, because good god. But anyway, Blue 4 flying over with the helicopter here. It's a demon, shoot it! It's possessed! Ah, and it's still uploading shorts to this day, and nobody knows why. But realistically, that would be 40,000 shorts. Let's actually do some math. That would be 40,000, technically 41,000. Let's just, you know, 40,800 shorts times 365. And then divide that number. The average amount of clips I get per video is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say 10 for the sake of brevity. So divide that number by 10, and that's how many streams we're going to have to do to make that many clips. And then let's say I've got another 60 years to live. And then in that 60 years, there's 52 weeks. And then we do, on average, because we're also doing other seasonal stuff, let's say 3, so like 30 clips a week. So whatever 60 times 52 times 30 is. So what is that? 62 times 50 times 30. And that'll be our number. Let's see how close we get. I don't think it's going to be a drop in the bucket. Maybe it'll be at least a few 100,000. No, 10,000 at least. Like a drop in the bucket compared to half of 1.5 million. 60 times 52 times 30. Hell, I'll probably grab that on my calculator. That's 16K-ish. Wow. So that's about 10%. That's 10% of that. So what you're saying is we need to do 10 times the PvP commentary. That's 93K. That's even worse. Oh my god. Well, Schizo, I gotta fill the void as we let the player base line up to get killed in funny, hilarious ways, alright? We're just waiting it out. But sounds like our wait's nearly over. Helicopter taking fire from a static gun. That's the UAZ Dishka firing. And then you got a line of Blue 4 defenders down here. So where Op4 is pushing in every direction except for this one, there are defenders going. I'm curious why they're not riding the MTLB forward. I guess they're just doing cover fire instead and having it cover for them, but that's kind of a weird choice. Plus, there was a bridge down here they could take, but I guess they assumed that that was covered by the enemy or something. Or they just want to do a wider outflank from the north. The one fear I have, SPG-9 firing at the gateway of the prison. But there is... No, that is the that's the BMD-1. But there is a tow launcher up here that's going to snipe any vehicle that comes around. So, long-range shot knocks out the gate post there. Another round comes in. It is incredibly wide. And one of the Shays died. Interesting. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, we'll see if the AKS-74U can get another helicopter kill like it did in the first mission of this campaign, because that was pretty funny. Gonna pull a Dr. Zola from Winter. Yeah, at this rate, right? Only for the Mechanicus to then disconnect me because it's heresy. Tech heresy. Oh, well, I always preferred Slaneshi anyway. Otherwise, RPG going over. It is well short. I assume they're firing at this tower, but we got Blue 4 pulling back into some of these other towers because they know they're taking fire from that position. So they're just going to hang back and try to draw Op 4 out. Because I'm going to be honest, the only thing Op 4 can do, wow, SPG 9 shot landing on that light pole, doing a little bit of damage to Newton. We do see a bit of a blood splatter right there, but it was only light fire. Probably a little bit of shrapnel, but nothing serious. Lower SPG kind coming in. I mean, you can see by the range disparity that they really don't know how to range that thing properly. That could just be the RPG as well. A little bit of indirect fire, but look at where this bridge is. Look at where Blue 4 is lined up on defense. Op 4 all on the other side of the open field. I mean, it's not a good spot to be in. What I am curious, though, is does Blue 4 have a tow? There she is. I feel like they're trying to line up a shot to hit those vehicles from as concealed of a position as they can. You see them looking, but there's just a few little trees in the way. I feel like they could risk it, push up, and then
I don't know which direction.
Snipe something here. So we're going to keep an eye on that tow. But again, the Humvee, or the vehicles are just right out there. If it's a normal Vic, they've got about 4 tows to work with without a rearm. Maybe 6. But you've got the LAV-25 pulling around. That immediately takes cannon fire from the BMD-1. But let's look at a little bit of Op 4's lineup right here. We've got the BMD-1 with the tow launcher. We got a UAZ. UAZ wouldn't really be worth shooting, but the SPG-9 UAZ, yeah. But this could easily get towed. But it's got its own ATGM system, anti-tank guided launcher. Yeah, and then Blue 4's got to, you know, avoid that as well. But it takes time to line up the shot. You actually can see it right there. But I think the BMD is focusing on the that position instead. But he does have a line on him.
I really want to fire it just so I can get a feel for it, but I feel like that's a bad idea.
Yeah. You'll get it. It's very easy. You'll recognize exactly how.
Oh, come on! You see the smoke billow. Come on, you got a shot on that BMD right there, buddy. Please.
Okay. How far does it go? Could I like artillery from here?
You don't need to work. You got a line. You've got a line.
I guess we want to make sure there's a guy over there before we do that. But like, say the ridge line like a mile away. Do you reckon I can hit that from here?
Yes. It's got 2 kilometers range.
Yeah. So he does have a line. You got the LAV-25 now engaging. Might have taken a hit. SPG-9 missing that shot. Other round goes out, but the SPG-9 just seems to be over range slightly. BMD-1 now coming out of cover. Looking at the casualty list, the mortar is also being deployed. I saw someone get on that briefly. No other KIAs, though.
Deal with the SPG.
I see movement to
They're calling movement in the prison now. I really hope they don't shoot with that. But Op 4, you see them breaching in. You got a 50 cal firing here. That is a 50 cal Humvee engaging with a BTR 70. And they're both exchanging fire here. BTR seems to be shooting just left of the Humvee. And we're hearing more heavy fire going off on here. But now we've got this vehicle pushing. Now there is absolutely no excuse for them to not see stuff, but they're looking in the wrong direction.
where?
280.
Bro, you're killing me, Smalls.
How far?
See where those red traces are going?
No, there's bushes in the way.
There's no bush.
Let me double check.
Bro.
Oh, I see where the shots are going.
Yes. Now look right.
Yeah, there's a BTR there.
275.
Now look right.
Can you see the vehicle? 280.
Do you not see a vehicle at 280
I
to be on the ridge line?
swear to
On the
God.
Can you see this big rock? Can you see where those
Bro.
red traces are going?
Oh, here comes.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay.
Where's your sight? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I can't see it very well.
Can we get a donation of like 20 bucks for this man's glasses? Can one of you send me $20 so I can start the Lance Corporal Liru Meerkat Foundation, where for just $20 a month you can provide glasses for the gunners of tow gunners like T Meerkat over here, all right? For just $20 a month. It's no longer the Lance Corporal Liru Happy Face Foundation. It's the Lance Corporal Liru Meerkat Foundation, all right? Also, Jen Break 37, thank you for the raid, broski. What were you playing? That was... I'm not trying to dig too hard on Meerkat. It's just a funny circumstance, but oh... A very lucky break for OPFOR. And you've got a lot of Blue 4 now folding away from this line, and that's going to give OPFOR the room to actually push this position uncontested. You got mortars also starting to land on the outside. Don't know if that... Okay, they are smoke mortars. So they're basically trying to range the smoke mortars in, possibly to then confirm with this side group the spot for the mortar rounds, and then they can just start hitting this position with artillery, and that's going to be a very, very good call. We rarely see an effective mortar in PvP. The mortar is either completely inaccurate or it absolutely annihilates everyone, and I'm going to be honest, I hope it absolutely annihilates everyone. Looks like Mac Marine was killed off up here. He instantly leaves because it's a 90-minute round, no point in staying. But otherwise, Blue 4 just kind of holding position over here. But they are outnumbered, but they do have a superior position on this force with this L-shaped ambush coming in for the guys in the tree line here. And why is Moats unconscious? He somehow got unconscious in the bunker. That's a weird one. Mac Marine, I assure you any one you rolled is not as bad as what I've already seen. Someone want to clue Mac Marine in on what we saw? Because I don't even want to repeat it.
I'm with the...
Alright, so OPFOR still moving in. I believe this team isn't going to end up moving on the coast to cover this group, but you already see them coming around. However, Tow Humvee coming back in for a second go.
I can see it. Let me shoot. Let me shoot. Okay, we need to leave again.
Pierce was going to take the shot, but they're apparently being moved around again. But now we got that L-shaped ambush going. It fell apart a little bit. Looks like the main group kind of fell in the line of those forces. Toe came in. It missed. It missed. Oh, he missed. Oh, boy. They're repositioning. Blue 4 has 3 unconscious guys. OPFOR seem to be a little superior in this fight. I hear mortars firing again. Hard to say what type of round. Another tow launch. That time it looks like it actually hit its target, the BMD. Gun is disabled because it's looking down. You see the damage model on it, so great hit by that tow. It could still cook off. We'll check back in a second. More smoke rounds firing just north of the prison. If they dial it back a bit, there's the cook-off on the BMD. That is one BMD, one down. It took a few shots, but thankfully, it looks like Pierce got on the gun instead and delivered the blow. Good on him. And I'm glad that we can have players play as shining examples for others. But like I said, guys, please consider donating $20 for the Lance Corporal Liru Meerkat Foundation so we can get glasses to meerkats in need so they can learn how to properly gun tows. I love them. Green Thumb gets knocked uncon next to a Blue 4 player, so I'm assuming they traded. Ilbanek looking around. Why does Ilbanek why does a U.S. Marine have a World War II era rocket? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, fucking envy.
It literally ricocheted off the tree. Did you see it curve right there? Why did a Marine have a Panzerfaust? Now that BTR is screwed by the 50 cal. Whatever. Alright, OFCRA actually making some good headway over here. AT4 comes in from one of these players, but it was a miss. But the 50 cal has at least knocked out both the driver and the gunner in that vehicle. And I'm going to be honest, 50 cal fire, you're unlikely to wake up from unless you get medical attention. It's Faust, not Faust, I'm sorry. Another AT4 round goes in. This time it actually kills off some of the crew. And they followed up with another hit as well. Ilbanek looks like he found some proper AT to use, making up for his Panzerfaust shot. BMD1, the other one the player base has, is now coming in, taking some shots into the tree line there. I doubt they actually have HE rounds, but look at this. A lot of that Blue Fort garrison has been taken out. This is going to allow for a spearhead for OPFOR to send more infantry in to reinforce, but the real fight, I believe, is going to be the prison. But OPFOR definitely having a bit of a number advantage here. However, I heard some sort of ATGM shot. That could have been... That might have been the tow. I honestly don't know what that was, because we have a 50 cal Humvee there. We still have the other BMD-1 over here smoking. And they're ripping the bodies from it. Hey, Will, how you doing? And we're seeing more artillery landing in the ocean. Why is it landing in the river? And why did I call the river an ocean? Bro is literally firing them at point blank. I think he's trying to set up a smoke billow out here to cover the infantry to move up, but he's not... They're not doing a ranging shot, so all the rounds are just instantly going in the water and being ineffective because smoke effects don't work in the water. Max angle means max range. Exactly. Yeah, it's the Roshan or the Osiver, you know? It's one of those, right? Yeah. Anyway, looks like the Humvee with the 50 cal tried to pull away, only for it to get sniped. Mosquit is now unconscious in the bunker. I don't know why people keep coming in here and getting unconscious. Maybe they're getting clipped or something and getting armored, but who knows? OPFOR, though, Dewitson taking fire. He quickly folds back, but looks like he took a few hits here. But Blue 4 is definitely trying to pull away. Oddball gets knocked out by Green Thumb, but Green Thumb then gets knocked out by Killer. Will we see any double tap shots? And it's not that type of Just Cause VGR. It's Panamanian 1980s? I think 89? Yeah, 1989 Just Cause. I think there were a few double tap shots put in Green Thumb, so it's really just up to Seismo to advance here because he is the most northern guy. We have the LAV-25 pressing around as well as the tow Humvee. Not sure if they're completely aware of the BMD-1 to their side, but Sam definitely took note and is looking to the right. And it looks like Killer also got knocked out by Seismo with that FNFAL. You got to remember that 7.62 by 51 NATO round is very, very tough. Hits like a freaking truck, especially in an operation where people have very limited, if not no body armor at all, because it's 1989. Now, OPFOR, they are getting the upper hand to come into the prison itself, and it looks like they are having a pretty significant number advantage here. Huey doing rotations, doing its best to do some reconnaissance here. And then we've got the LAV and the tow Humvee kind of going out and about. But will it be enough? Smoke dropped out. Seismo's working on Green Thumb. Looks like Ilbanek got killed off right here. I mean, that's what you get for using a Panzerfaust, you frickin' goober. 50 cal from 113 firing up on what was an OPFOR position. I'd imagine Blue 4 is just doubling down and holding the prison now because they don't really have much else to hold outer perimeter security. And you do have OPFOR slowly but surely getting other assets in play. That MTLB with that KPVT turret came around and then also dismounted some infantry, which are taking the hill and are now going to be slowly coming in to overwatch this prison area. And then you got to remember there is a military base up here that is going to be the end objective worth, I believe, 2 or 3 points. You can fact check me if you type !mission and look at the link because that details everything. But I think at this rate, Op4 is in a pretty decent spot as long as they don't choke the actual assault. I mean, it would be better if they could use their mortar properly, but as you can see, the mortar has fired on itself and deployed smoke on itself to conceal its position from Blue 4, who don't even have a way to see it. But I digress. It's worth 3 points. Thank you, Chloe. Appreciate it. Once again, more long-range fire. That is an SPG-9 going at definitely over range. Can't tell if it was going for the infantry or if it was going for the 113. More shots coming in, but again, they are really having trouble ranging that thing. And I agree, we're going to see a lot of Op4 assets on Overwatch like this one, just plinking out whatever comes their way, not making any effort to really do any advancing. And then Op4 being very slow to cross here, and Blue 4 just kind of driving their vehicles around willy-nilly, trying to pick off whatever they can. And the BMP one is certainly staying entrenched, but Op4 licking their wounds right now on the wounded, or at least, okay, no, there is someone still on top of Creed Time. I'm assuming that's Seismo. But he's, yep, they're bringing Lolo over to actually do medical, but Blue 4 itself definitely going to take a hot second to actually set up for this assault. OFCRA is a French hub community, and hub communities are basically the communities where other communities go to do PvP. So FNF, hub community. Though they themselves aren't an individual community like OFCRA, they're just kind of the hub for everything to come in. But OFCRA is its own separate community, but they also host these major PvP events where other communities come in to participate. Chloe is right on the money. It's just, I don't know where those 5 VIPs are in this AO. I'm assuming they're just randomly placed around. I'm not sure if Blue 4 is allowed to move them. But I'm going to be honest, I also haven't seen a single one yet. They could also be players, but I didn't see any VIP-like kits. But now I am going to be looking around, a little nosy, just trying to figure out where any of these VIPs are so I can have a little bit of a reference for them. Yeah, Mac, for the points, there's 5 VIPs up for grabs. And Op4 is trying to kill them, and Blue 4 is trying to protect them. But again, I'm not finding them. Alright, good. There's one. So they do exist. They're just out and about. And VIPs have special roles. Thank you, Chloe. I missed that. Yeah, so I'm assuming they're just kind of scattered away in various buildings and whatnot, like that one. So we at least have proof of concept that they exist. But I'm going to be honest, if Op4 completely takes over this position, we know who wins, right? Our brief was take base. Oh, that's great. Well, I hope Op4 finds the VIPs and goes, oh, what's this? And then they just shoot them anyway. That sounds great, VGR. Hope it goes well. Alright, so that Op4 group on the hill is now slowly coming down. Could find a little position to infiltrate. It's going to be a little risky, though, because there are autocannons and GMG vehicles in the AO. So if they're caught out of position, they're going to get chewed up really quickly. Honestly, a really nice combined assault from every flank would be the best case here to really overwhelm the defense. Pin all the vehicles down outright, and then just immediately take them out with AT. Now, I've never seen that done properly. And looks like one group's immediately opening up with their KPVT, so does it really matter? Did it look like he Oh, he's got the SMA. So those other 2 rounds you saw were tracer rounds, which are in 9mm, and they basically let you range the shot out. So once you're ranged, then you take your real shot, and then you're able to pretty much snipe the vehicle off the map. It's a really cool feature that the SMA has. But it basically prevents you from missing because you can range your shot like that. Excuse me. That was pretty dope, though, because I'm like, is he glitching out? No, he's using the SMA because they are Marines, and the SMA is pretty much the Marine weapon system of the Mods. But it has that really, really cool feature. The one drawback of the SMAW compared to the MOS, though, is the rounds are much bigger and heavier, so you almost always need an assistant to work with it. Name a vehicle that pops faster than an MTLB? I got you, buddy. A T90. Really, any T-72 platform where a turret gets blown sky high, but that's in regards to IRL events. Or any quote-unquote modern Russian military system that, or weapon system or radar system that gets moved close to a front line only to be blown up within hours. That's also a pretty good one. Can a singular dude with a 9mm... Okay, so yes, fun fact, that 9mm round still behaves like a 9mm round. So if you run up to a person, arm a 3, and pull the trigger, it will kill them, which is... It's stupid, but it works. So if you ever want to have one of the most cursed ops ever, just give everyone SMAWs with only the targeting rounds and have them fight off a zombie apocalypse with that. It's just pipe rifles. Any vehicle with the ammo stored directly under the turret is definitely grounds for something. But now we got OPFOR, actually by the stroke of luck here, doing a combined assault. Yes, they lost that overwatching vehicle, but you got this group ready to push in, and you got this group now harassing the right side. UH-1 is flying overhead, and we're also seeing some OPFOR lining up for a southern push. BMD-1 going mobile, probably will come in on the bottom right corner here on the southeast and push in, but Blue 4's vehicles, I don't know why, they're pulling north. I guess to try to find overwatch positions and then pick off OPFOR as they come in, but that's a tough call to make because they're in spots out here where they could get flanked by, I guess they're relying on the UH-1 to spot for them, and they just don't want to risk staying in the AO and getting RPG'd. Little do they know that OPFOR are actually in a lot of positions outside of the AO with RPGs ready to go. Wait. What? Huh. You appear to be in a pickle. Yeah. Huh. That happened. It's empty, but it's not really empty. He's running. Shoot him. Oh, there goes that. Yeah, get him, Wiki. Wiki, you're supposed to hit him with your bullets, silly. Ooh, that GL knocked out 2 people. Run, Dava! Oh, God, that's a grenade. Oh, wow, he got lucky with that clip. I think he's going to make it. Toxic woke back up, too. What the hell? Oh, well, the caster curse was going to hit someone. Autocannon's now doing thunder runs here, firing into the groups here. Actually utilizing HE rounds based off of that smoke picking up. You know, that RPG 26 on your back would have actually been a little interesting there. That's not the 26, that's the RGD something something, but yeah, same thing. Single shot disposable AT launcher. So OPFOR, they do have the infantry to push, and I feel like OPFOR would overwhelm this position. Final squad Papa, which was on Overwatch back there, finally coming in. BMD-1 is... To quote that succubus chick from Fallen Prince, what the fuck are you doing? The AO's over here, guys! Alright, we're having an indirect fire fight here. People are getting knocked out, but those are usually pain knockouts rather than any damage, so we'll see how things go. I guess they did get lost. Who knows? Yeah, Mac, they've got 2 LAV-25s in the AO, and then they brought in 2 AAVPs, and the AAVPs appear to be just sniping out. Poor OPFOR. Slowly coming in. UH-1 still doing orbitals here. Op-4 still pushing in. Meerkat, no! My cross-eyed gunner. We need to get him glasses. Pierce, don't run him over. Meerkat, get in the vehicle. Vehicle. The lid. Meerkat, please. I think they're actually going to get away with it. Why has Pierce been so lucky in PvP this last week? He even missed! You missed a point-blank AT shot! Well, 50 meters, but still. Oh, Pierce and Meerkat will live to fight another day. I'm kind of surprised about that. Literally, had so many OPFOR on the edge. Okay. Pierce is lucky. We're going to feed his ego a little more. Huh. Alright, LAV is coming up. That's why you don't see OPFOR doing a charge yet, because that one autocannon LAV. What? Alright, that is a rogue UGL smoke grenade just going ham. Pierce, I don't think you want to drive back this way with the gunner, considering the amount of fire you took. You are literally testing fate. Like, actually. Like, go hide that on Overwatch, because you literally don't have any weaponry to fight the infantry. Oh, you're right, Nemesis. It's an open road, and we're talking about Pierce, so of course he's going to drive in the middle of it. What are you... Are they gonna shoot it against infantry? What is this? What? How does AT knock out your own infantry? What? Why did you get out? Like, what? What is going on? What? You know, chat, sometimes Pierce's genius cannot be comprehended by us mere mortals, alright? I think that was an inscription level sacrifice of Pierce was trying to kill someone so he could get more ammo for his tow launcher, so he could then use... Yeah, he literally put Meerkat in there so he could then solo use this, and now he's gonna snipe someone with it. Let me guess, it's gonna be Orn. Except he's gonna somehow hit his own LAV. Oh, God. Hey, Ethan here. Hope I pronounced that right. Hope Texas is going A-okay. Poor Orn, man. This is a situation in PvP you don't want to be in. How he's still alive is actually pretty incredible. Yep. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's the caster curse powers. Anyway. Hey, look. Someone in OPFOR finally... How did you just... Oh, that's just comical. Could it get any worse? I said it ironically, so I think we're safe. We're not safe. We're not safe. Okay. Yep. Yep. All right. Sure. Why not? So now that Blue 4 has burned all of their infantry, or excuse me, burnt all their vehicles, Pierce somehow tapping into a Spidey sense and dismounting the vehicle as soon as he takes fire. OPFOR still having plenty of infantry on Overwatch, but Blue 4 running out of Overwatch vehicles. They only have an AAVP, which has damage on it. That little click you heard, by the way, was a ranging round for the SMA. It makes that distinct clicking noise. Yeah, it's Audrey Sip.
Zaraz strzelę.
What are you ranging? The trench? There's nothing. Yeah, take that, tree. What a great hit. I mean, Audricep clearly recognized that that tree was a danger to air, because air always seems to have a... Where is air? Oh. What the hell are you doing? Oh, you're refueling. Are they going to air tow in the... Alright, yeah. One pilot, one gunner. Do it. I want to see an air tow GMG come in and save the day, because that would actually be able to light up the tree lines and kill most of the OPFOR infantry if they were to do that. Yes, exactly. This is where I put Karma's for the Just Cause campaign, so I find it really funny that we're sharing AOs there, but that op is still going to be running 1 to 2 weeks, this Saturday, next Saturday, but we'll get to it when we get to it. So OPFOR seem really unable to transition from the tree lines into the main AO, even with the Blue Force vehicles destroyed. And you're just seeing them basically trading knockout blows here. But no kills. Leithner, I believe that UH-1 has been orbiting this entire time, so while they landed to grab the GMG Humvee, I think they're also just doing a little bit of a quick refuel. But I'm going to be honest, usually by this time, players have really bad comms. I'm going to caster curse him. Can Pierce channel his inner Audrey Hotto and pull a massive multi-kill and stop the... We're not going to question why Pierce was naked there, but, you know, just don't worry about it. The real reason for why he's naked is there's a rare glitch where people's uniforms bug out, but on their side they still have the uniform on. And for those of you that are newer to the channel, when we do PvP commentary, I have something called caster cursing, where I, you know, try to shout someone out for a highlight and they utterly fail in front of us. To the point I just weaponize it now to speed the ops along so they don't drag out. Also, it's funny. Alright, so we got OPFOR now trying to advance. Look at what they're doing! They're literally digging trenches! Also, they lined this entire perimeter with Dragon's Teeth so the vehicles couldn't just charge in. I appreciate that call. I don't think I'll need to do that for Karma's community, though. But they're literally just building trenches to leapfrog. Ah, you lost your face, sir. Literally, you have a frickin' PKM ammo box for your head now. And now the BTR's doing it. Looks like it drove in right here and was able to drop 2 guys off. Barros got knocked out, but at least now we're having OPFOR making progress. They're knocking down the fencing, so the infantry can charge in. Very risky call, but it needs to be done so OPFOR can get a foot in the door. And we've got the 2 frontline forces now down, or dead, with all of that. Dan Sweet now pushing in. If OPFOR only individually trickles in, though, it's not going to be much, but Dan might be able to get the shot on Newton here. Can he spot him past the bush? He does. But Newton is able to run away. No, I agree. That's a really good play by OPFOR to make, and they've smoked it as best they could as well. Dan Sweet now coming in, gets the kill on Newton, and he gets in just before Duidson can take him out. Really good layered defenses by Blue Force. They can cover the entryways of other buildings, but it's only effective if they can actually utilize it. BTR still suppressing the rooftop. Dan Swede in. That's a really cheeky 50 cal spot, but unfortunately no one's manning it. And Dan Swede gets headshotted. That's another thing you gotta remember when you're going upstairs. The first thing the enemy's gonna see is your head, and they're gonna target your head, and if you get shot in the head, you're insta-killed, whereas you're usually aiming center mass, and those shots aren't gonna insta-kill. So usually the people that are going up the stairs have a bit of a disadvantage compared to the people that are already on that floor. We got a little bit of a mass cast starting off right here. 2 wounded guys from this weaker flank, but they're gonna have trouble actually breaching the fence, though we see one little breach in the fence here. We're gonna have to see more for that squad to come up. Someone grabbed the tow launcher on the rooftop. They're celebrating it. They were able to knock it out. I also see a dude with an M24 instead of a Mark 14. But that's fine. So BTR down. That was risky, though, because that cook-off could have blown this building up and killed the entire garrison. That would have been even funnier. We just saw some sort of AT round. Looks like it hit the AAVP and knocked it out. Follow-up shot going in. That second one, I believe, knocked out the turret. And now you've got the BMD charging in. And cook-off on the AAVP as well. And this smoke concealment is allowing for OPFOR to breach into this compound. Looking at the infantry numbers, though, Blue 4 still is a pretty sizable garrison here. OPFOR does have the number advantage, but they definitely have taken a good amount of casualties in this push. You see in some of the squads that are present. Blue 4, though, definitely don't have that number advantage anymore. They certainly lost it by the time this assault started, but it's just even more present. And you're going to see OPFOR now just charging in and swarming this AO. Basically to find and eliminate whatever VIPs they can. And we still have like 25 minutes before those objectives are cashed in. I'm assuming the UH-1 couldn't bring in that Humvee because it's flying around willy-nilly right now. And that's a shame because that GMG, especially from above, if it was towed in, would have been very, very useful. But now you got Blue 4 getting knocked out right here. You only have Wojak still alive. Grenades being thrown on that position. Settler woke back up. Oh, that grenade is... Okay, it's a smoke grenade. I was about to say, that's going to finish off the mass cas there. OPFOR moving up a few guys over here. Cook off on that AAVP. Rodrigue on that corner getting killed off. And I'm just going to assume that we're going to slowly start seeing these guys get killed off. OPFOR, though, they're kind of breaking apart in various quadrants here, and that is giving Blue 4 an opportunity to pick off and possibly defeat OPFOR in detail here. But we did just see Killer get picked off. Blue 4 have another guy that have woken up in this tower, and hopefully they can use that height advantage to take some of these guys out. But you do see that people are slowly starting to breach in. There goes the corner camper. Smoke in Arma 3 is always unreliable because you can have a smoke billow in the middle and then someone can see you through it, but some others can't, and it also depends on the angles you look at, so it can be pretty tough. But now you're starting to see this breach. Zixmy might get blown up by his own grenade. Okay, no, thankfully that grenade, it wasn't his own, it was OPFOR throwing him. But they're throwing grenades up in here as people are breaching, so if he was one floor up, he would have been friendly fired by a grenade, and that would have been pretty funny. Nubass now throwing a grenade. It thankfully goes a little higher before OPFOR move up on that position. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Hello. The fact that they traded that is actually impressive. Again, Zixmy is a very good headshot player.
My brain is bigger than yours. Your mother's fat pig. Oink, oink. Oink for me, piggy. Oink, oink.
He's oinking! He's oinking! Cannot be seen.
I have no words. I have no words. I'm just gonna write that timestamp down and call it a day. This is why I like solo shoutcasting, because you can catch the shit talking players give to each other, and it's honestly, that's the content right there. That's what makes it worth it for me to laugh and put a smile on my face. All right, so funny enough, Kilo is all the way back here. Ah, they're the UH-60 that landed. Where did that BMD-1 ever end up? That's my question. Where did it go? Oh, no, it came in earlier. That was the vehicle that finally came in and did that smoke billow to allow for the infantry to finally push in. And I think OPFOR just sniped a friendly. Yeah, Daedalus just killed... I don't know who that was in the tower, but Daedalus just shot him dead. It was a crewman with a really funny-looking mask. And yeah, he was freshly ragdolling, so that was a... Yeah. All right. Ah, yes. So, as we see, the VIPs are getting killed off here. I can only imagine there's a few more across some of these buildings. I just can't seem to find any bodies. That's fine. But they're getting picked off slowly but surely. And I don't think Blue 4 is going to have any room to get any points. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Blue 4 remaining. Op 4, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's only a 5-player number advantage right now. Blue 4 could still bounce back in this CQC, and that's mainly because Op 4 kind of defeated themselves in detail a little bit. But Blue 4's kind of reformed. Killer snipes. Did you just shoot Toxic? Was Toxic up and then knocked out? Because that might have been a friendly fire. Blue 4, I said you have a chance. That doesn't mean start shooting your friendlies again, you silly goobers. We're going to have to see if Diego can solo hold that. And Arena there gets Killer knocked out again. The funny thing is, even if Op 4 finds and kills all the VIPs, Blue 4 could still tie if they have at least 8 people alive, and then they run over to the military base at the end. However, Op 4 is tripping and falling and dead. Okay, well, so I have to say Op 4 is starting to get the upper advantage there, but they kind of lost that immediately. And just like that, Demovar climbs up and gets his 3rd kill on the guy that made that one Op 4 guy trip and fall. Op 4 moving building to building here, taking some suppressed fire, because again, Blue 4 have really entrenched themselves in various buildings and windows here, and they're trying to pick off whoever they can. But again, I think Op 4, with this number advantage, are just going to be able to beat them out. However, we do have the pilots on the rear of one of the Op 4 groups. They could get back, but Emil is smart. Emil can see through grass. Emil spots Rixu, but the AT4 is going to possibly block his headshot. Rixu turns his head. Does he get him? Rixu doesn't notice the 360 he just pulled. What? Thankfully, Mr. White comes in and realizes that he's enemy, so Emil doesn't have to pull the trigger, because Emil is actually a devout Christian. He's a pacifist, so he doesn't like to shoot people. Fun fact. Why? I have no idea. There you go. Rigel down. We got more Blue 4 guys down, but now you're starting to see Op 4 having a real 2-to-1 advantage right here. Yeah, Blue 4 in a lot of positions, but it's tough. Diego takes a grenade. I think the grenade went on the roof, though. Now you're starting to see Op 4 breaching into this building. Again, a lot of bodies. What the hell is this? Why is there a... Okay, whatever. Everyone loves Soviet Wojaks. This is a really nasty spot, because he'll keyhole anyone that comes up the stairwell. Literally last bullet of his magazine, too. Ugh. That's a nice spot to be in. It's always nice to PvP and know all those dastardly little spots. Lolo now breaching. Lolo has stolen an M60. And Lolo is unconscious. Good for Lolo. I don't even know if he got friendly fire there or what, but it sounded like an explosion went off. Mr. White double tapping that body. That kills the other pilot. Blue 4 are now down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up with 2 down. They have lost their eligibility for getting the extra 2 points on the survivor bonus. Op 4, though, we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so Blue 4 would have to really outperform. And even then, there would need a few of the VIPs to still be alive. I think Blue 4 this is the end for them. So we're 4 minutes away from endgame, too. But now we're just having a slow but steady building breaching. Looks like Diego got spotted and taken out through some sort of keyhole. Lolo wakes back up, could still breach that area. I guess I was right in some sort of explosive or AT round, did knock him. And then you got Depso kind of poking his head out here with the... He's Op 4 ground command, and he's got a freaking Springfield World War I era weapon there. Good old bolt action. One of them could still wake back up. Toxic unlikely, Dava unlikely, but Diego could. And Amateur gets knocked out by Depso. Jack, I think, is now calling to him. That's a suppressed car 15. And oh no, here comes Lolo with... Wait, Lolo, come on, go up the stairs, buddy. This is your cue, come on, it's like wrestling. Here comes Lolo with an M60. No, come on, Lolo, go. Go, Lolo, you're supposed to go. No, don't check your inventory. We checked all this backstage. Anyway, here comes Lolo with an M60.
Ennemi. Fais gaffe derrière nous, te lève pas, hein. Saloperie de Panaméen.
I hate it here. Anyway. Sometimes you gotta make your own fun. Rizbo popping some grenades. That pops all the windows out. All the blue 4 guys bled out here. There are 4 blue 4 players remaining. Still have Depso trying to pick people off. Rizbo now trying to solo breach. He's got the AKS-74U. And there's Jack closing the door. But Rizbo, I mean, he has one of the best weapons in the game. It's going to be hard for Jack to beat that. Jack beats it! The car 15 reigns supreme. Very interesting call there. Well, we've got a vehicle that's been cooked off here. I guess a truck, and they shut the door. I hope Major Con doesn't get friendly fired with that, but it looks like he's going to start running over fences, maybe? Is this the part where he realizes it's broken or out of ammo? Because that's... yeah. No, he's trying to line the gun up to shoot at a certain angle. He could line the gun up, though, to hit the top floor. Uh-oh. Where are you aiming? Oh, wait, no. Wait a minute. Hold up. How is that hitting there? If the gun's pointing there. Wait a second. Wait, look at where the splash come. What type of... Duitson just hit the fence, but what type of angle is this barrel on? It's like... Look at that angle! What? Sir! Ah, he's dead. Okay, well. Unfortunately, all cursed things must eventually come to an end. And unfortunately, Major Khan was not the wizard he thought he was. Anyway, Eric Kiwi looks like he's breached and cleared this last position. Did he steal the car 15? It is his car 15 now, and he's mag dumping some of the players for that. Anyway, you just have Killer and Duitson. OFCRA have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players left. Blue 4 have 2, and I think it's GG here. We'll see if any of the 2 Blue 4 players can actually wipe the rest. But again, I think points-wise, it's not going to be much. Oh, God, they're mag dumping with a 50 cal. That is a very strong 50 cal. Keep shooting. That actually killed somebody. Ah, yes, Arma Physics. Hey, we're on the opposite side of the building to the one that got blown out. Ah, let's kill him anyway. I don't think it's a good idea to keep shooting, though, if you have people breaching, but you know what? It's fine. And that is GG. That was the last Blue 4 player killed. And again, they don't have the rule like FNF where if you wipe the entire team, you automatically win, but I think points-wise, it's the game. OPFOR are going to get the survival bonus of 2. They can then spend the remaining 30 minutes, go get the freaking military objective, and they've already been killing VIPs. So, they've won. They've won. So, do I have a mod here to pay it out? Otherwise, I'll pay it out after I wrap it up. There it is. Technically, 2 points on the board because the VIPs didn't even get scored. Ain't that funny. Because I think they're scored at the 75-minute mark. But yeah, they already won because of the survival bonus. But anyway, guys, that is it. OPFOR won. We might be back later, but I am going to go cook Bloodwing a lovely steak dinner now because I love her. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Last question I have. Nah, I'll forego it. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally.